Why, hello.
Hello, hello. Dudes, what's going on, man?
Hey, what's happening? Man, I can hardly hear.
You guys...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, we're here. We figured out how to use our email.
Holy shit. Well, you guys are live right now on the Zach Moonshine Show with Metal Devastation Radio. We just got done blasting Anathema, and that shit was fucking thick as fuck, dude.
Dan knows how to crush.
Hell yeah.
That was a fun song.
So tell us, man, what the fuck is going on in the world of Scum Giant besides crushing riffs?
We're just working on new stuff, man. I think we, Dan and I have been friends for, years. We were in a band together years and years ago. We always, kind of collaborate over the years, but then he sends me these riffs, and I'm like, all right, let's start doing something. So I jumped in on drums, helped mix the thing, and I'm super excited about what we came up with, man. I love Dan's riffs. I love his talent, and, he's been this good for his entire life.
Wow.
Thanks, man. Yeah, those tunes have been had probably been sitting around for 2 or 3 years. Scum Giant was kind of like on a pause, and then all of a sudden Dave got his hands on the stuff, and here we are.
That's really cool, man. So you guys mix this stuff yourself too?
Yes,
wow.
Yes, we are a two-man wrecking crew.
Yeah, right.
Dude, that is so cool, man. Because you know what? When you're listening to it, it sounds fucking amazing. Like, it sounds like...
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it sounds like what you would expect from... I don't know. I mean, it sounds like what you go to the fucking store and buy on a fucking CD or record or tape or whatever. It sounds like it's made in, whatever, I guess, standards are, for... fucking
sure,
all that shit. But I mean, well,
you want to make sure your stuff is as listenable as possible. And I didn't really have to do a heck of a lot. Dan is amazing. You can hear his previous 2 releases on Spotify now is Something Witchy. And what was the first one, Dan? Deaden was the second one.
Right. But that was just the single stuff. Now that Dave's in the mix, it'll get even more brutal, I think.
I'm so excited. I haven't been this excited in a long time. And it just everything just kind of clicked. The vibes are correct. Dan and I are sick of everything. And, we're ready to take that out on anyone with ears.
Hell yeah, man. We're feeling it. We're feeling it through our ears, through the fucking speakers, man, when we're listening to it.
Well, that's cool.
I love it. So what's going on? What's going on in your world, man? You have the finger on the pulse of the metal world, and you know everything. What is something that you have not told everybody yet? I'm going to get some secret information out of you. Come on, man. Pre-release.
Holy shit, man. Put me on the fucking spot, dude. I don't fucking know, man. What the fuck? What do you mean I know everything, man? Come on, man.
You know everything, man. You are tied in, man.
Hey.
Have you guys, has anybody paid any attention to Zach's socials and websites and video? Man, incredible stuff. It's really cool to see all the bands that and you're keeping track of generation after generation of new music, and that is admirable.
Hell yeah.
Dude, thank you, man. You know what? I'm just a fan. I'm a musician too. I play as well. So
oh yeah,
I've always been into this stuff, and I've always enjoyed it, and I just love being a part of it, man. That's all it is, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What was your first show?
At the Legion here in Jackson, Tennessee. Fucking.
Oh, I love Legion Hall shows. Those are incredible.
Yeah. It was insane, man. It was insane.
Oh, my God, yeah. Yeah, it's a room for 50 people, and there are 200 in it.
Yeah. It was fucking crazy, dude. The one thing I remember about it was that we were told we were going to get to headline the show and play last, and I was like, yeah, that's fucking awesome, man. little did I know that meant going on at fucking 2 a.m. and
yeah,
everybody's completely obliterated by that point. But It was a good time, man. Fucking a friend of mine.
Dude, that's so funny. I love hearing stage horror shows, horror stories like that. Everybody's got them.
Yeah.
Everyone's got them. You know, you think you're the rock star, and oops, oh wait, we're mopping up. Damn it. Yeah,
I didn't know what I was doing, man. I was a kid back in those days. I was drunk out in the parking lot the whole fucking night, and then when it came time to go play, it was like, come on. And we grabbed everything and went in. I was borrowing a friend's Valve Estate fucking full stack fucking Marshall thing, and I plugged into it and just turned it all the way up, and we just...
Well, that's all you got to do, really.
We just raged, man. We just raged.
Yeah.
So you're a guitarist.
Yeah.
Nice.
Guitar and vocals.
Like,
So you're in a band now?
No. I was in a few bands, and then I did a one-man band by myself, and then that's sort of what launched this whole radio thing. Like years ago, I was pushing that out there, trying to get it on podcasts and stuff like that. And then next thing I know, I got offered a gig to become a DJ on a station, so I did that for a while, and then that turned into this, and here we are.
I love it, man. Do you ever play out like metal nights at bars or anything? Like, there needs to be metal DJs. More than there are. I know there are, but I mean people that live it, you know?
Yeah. No, not recently, man. I mean, like, I got old, you know, I got kids and stuff, family and everything, so it's just...
We have no idea what you're talking about.
No, right?
He's got the fucking Brady Bunch over in his house.
Yeah.
Like 400 kids, don't you? Something like that?
Good thing the studio's in the basement.
It's safer at home, man.
Dad's recording.
Yeah. It's true. I got like the big red light outside of the room in case the kids come downstairs.
That's amazing. That's
Do you really?
smart.
They'll kind of they'll barge right in. They don't get
That's fucking awesome, man.
Yeah, you got to set those boundaries.
Mine just barge in whenever they want to. They don't care.
Yeah, man. It is the kids. We love them.
Hell yeah.
How many kids you got, Zach?
I got 2, man. I got
right
2.
on.
Yeah, I got 2 kids. I got 5 chickens. I got 4 snakes. I got fucking 5 cats. Fucking 3 dogs.
Hell yeah.
And a wife. So
I love it.
Yeah,
Who's your favorite dog? Which dog is your favorite?
Which dog?
Actually, which dog is your least favorite?
I love them all, man. They're all crazy.
Oh, come on. That's too safe.
They're all
one
fucking
of them's got to be a dick.
You know what? I think my favorite one is the oldest one, Savannah. She's like fucking. She's on her last leg, man. But she don't fuck with nothing. She's at that point where she's done fucking around and being crazy. And but then again, I really love the youngest one. His name's Bacchus. He's a half shepherd, half golden retriever, half Australian shepherd, and he's nuts, crazy.
Yeah, I love it.
But he's cool.
Sounds like you got a lot of land for them to run around on.
Yeah, not really. A little bit.
Yeah, well, God, how do you keep all those chickens? You just keep them in the attic?
No, we got a farm in the backyard, pretty much.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. I'm not saying you own Montana.
No, actually, I live in the city, man. But yeah, we have a backyard with enough room for the dogs to run around, and then we got a chicken coop, and they got their own little spot, and it's cool.
What's the coolest metal venue near you?
Fuck, I don't know, man. We've got the Tennessee Metal Devastation Music Fest, which is going to be happening at the amphitheater in downtown Jackson this year. So we're
sweet.
I don't think anything metal has ever happened there before, but we're looking forward to devastating them with that and seeing what happens. So
that's incredible. So this is going to be the first one?
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. I've organized events before, so oh my gosh, I can't even imagine what your life is like.
Well, it's the second festival that we've done. We did a festival last year, which was in a neighboring city, a smaller town, and we got a lot of backlash from the locals there and the churches and everything. They actually shut it down afterwards. they made it to where we can't rent the stage anymore because it was too devastating what we did. And, you know, I mean, heavy metal and all that.
Religion. Yeah. Hey, well, how about those, what the hell is their name? They have the school bus. Why am I forgetting their name? Have you seen these guys?
I don't know what you're talking about.
No idea.
They are, hold on. I got to find them. I'm going to find them. You guys, you guys talk.
Let's say, like, one of your buddies comes up to you and says, hey, what's this Scum Giant shit here? What do they sound like? What would you say after hearing it?
Fuzz.
Because I've heard people, I've had people ask, like, well, what do you sound like? What does your music sound like? You know, and if you just say metal, it's like, what does that mean?
No.
Yeah, for sure.
No, it's doom metal, man. It's fucking fuzz, dude.
Nice.
Fucking fuzz pedals and shit, man, which I love that stuff too, dude. Yeah. I mean, but it's different. I mean, you know, it's not. You guys don't sound like Electric Wizard, but you don't. You know, you have your own.
But we don't not sound like Electric Wizard.
Right. It's like, you know, it's not Metallica. It's in its own field, man. I don't know. It's good though.
Cool.
It's really
That's cool. I like to hear that. Thank you. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I really like the artwork too, man. That was one of the things that first drew me in.
That's Luna. Luna's a fantastic artist.
And it was different too because being a doom band and in that genre, you sort of sometimes expect a certain type of aesthetic that goes along with it.
Yeah.
And I feel
definitely.
like this definitely had a different look and different feel to it, which was cool to me. Like, to my eye, you know, it was like, whoa, there's something a little bit different going on here. Let me check this out, which is cool.
Yeah, we're bringing a little bit of neon to death metal.
Yeah.
Or to doom metal, I mean, sorry.
Thrash
we'll bring
metal.
it to death metal, too. We are not cutting out death metal. Just so you know, we're not cutting it out. If we're there, we will bring neon there, too.
We'll see what happens with the new stuff.
Fucking space vampires, man. What the fuck?
Yeah.
What is up with that, dude? Tell us about that, man.
You got to tell him about the song, because he's like, it's Space Vampire, and then...
Well, the track actually never got finished. I had like those 4 songs done, and then Scum Giant kind of went on hiatus, and the actual Space Vampire song actually never got completed. So maybe it'll be on the next release. I think it's just something I was writing about an old classic horror movie that I liked, and Luna had done the artwork already because I was sure that I was going to have the song done, but I didn't get it done. But we used the art anyway, and it's pretty cool. So
how did that go with the art? Like, what exactly did you say? Like, how did you get that to come out?
Well, Luna's been doing art for me for a while. He's done the Fuzz Knuckle stuff, and even stuff that I've done like before this. So we kind of have a pretty good connection there, and that just came out of basically the horror movie that I was thinking about itself. And I just threw some ideas out, and out came that. And I was like, all right, that's cool. But then I also asked him to throw in a little, let's see. There's some Kiss in there. If you look in the background, you'll see some Kiss.
Nice.
My guitar hero is back there in the...
Ace?
Lurking in the background. Yeah.
Ace Frehley?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that is Dan's fucking hero.
Yeah.
Oh my God. You know, like, hey, I don't. So Zach, all right, like when I was a little kid, I thought Kiss were actually like these dudes that just sort of looked like that, and then they like met up, and they're like, "Hey, man, we should have a band. We kind of match." And then, like, when they did the solo albums, I thought, like, you know, Ace Frehley would be in his costume, like, playing with Jeff Beck or something. I was wrong. I just want everybody to know.
We were very wrong.
Dude, they're fucking awesome, man. Those old albums, dude. I mean, I love all that stuff, man. I even like the 80s shit when they took the makeup off, man. Fucking, I know a lot of people.
That was wild.
Dude, you know what? A lot of that shit, man, like, you can't... I don't know how you can turn that on a radio and have it loud and not fucking start, headbanging or pumping your fist or tapping your foot or something, man. Like, come on, man.
So when do you think, like, there was kind of a threshold in recordings? Like, you can listen, like, if you listen to something from the 70s, it sounds like it was recorded in the 70s. Mm-hmm. The 80s, a lot of the instruments kind of like, it was primitive keyboards and drum machines and effects and primitive digital effects, so the 80s sound like the 80s, but it was like after a certain point, like, you can listen to a certain recordings and not know if it was recorded yesterday or, I don't know, like, back to when? The 90s? The aughts? When do you think that happened?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, like, right now, it's all over the place. Like, you listen to stuff now that's being put out, and some of it sounds really, really old, and some of it sounds very modern, but...
Oh, yeah, that sound is definitely coming back again. I mean, how can you not be inspired by all that old shit if you play this kind of music?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Black Sabbath and the old like, garage rock bands from the 60s and stuff. That's just good stuff.
Oh, well, hey, you know what? Well, first of all, Zach, I was going to say, I don't know if you have to play some music, but if you do play some music, I'm going to reveal a secret about Dan after the next song.
Oh, wow. I can't wait.
Yeah. Well, after the interview, I do have lined up I Am God and Deadbeat.
Nice.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought we were going back and forth. No, then all right, I'm going to tell you the secret now. Dan does not smoke marijuana.
Big shocker.
Shit. Wow.
Yeah, man. I mean, I hope that does not eat into our cred. I do.
Right.
So
I don't know if we could be stoner metal anymore then. I'm not sure.
Well, yeah, you'd have stoner. Well, we could be stoner relatable metal.
I don't know that it really matters. Like, I think people, dude, they just put these labels on shit that they want to, man. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Well, it's funny. So, Dan, has your opinion of marijuana changed since we were younger?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I mean, does Slayer really, sacrifice animals and stuff? I don't know.
Hey, whatever they do on their spare time is, it's
right.
Yeah.
Well, tell us about these riffs, man. These fucking guitar tones that you're getting on this record, man. For all the gearheads out there listening, what kind of fuzz pedals and different things are you using to get these tones, man?
Man, I've been collecting fuzz pedals for years. I got so many of them, I'm not even exactly sure whatever I used on all them songs, but probably the Minotaur Fuzz and Burn is used on a lot of those. But I basically use an orange cab, and I got a Bugera head that just gives a beautiful crunch.
Hell yeah.
Playing around with the sounds, is always fun. Playing around with the different pedals. I mean,
and what guitars? You've got so many guitars. So, what were you playing?
All that stuff is the Gibsons. It's the Gibson V, the Gibson Explorer. Those are my go-tos. I mean, there's nothing like a mahogany body for recording metal stuff. So.
Hell yeah, man! I've heard a lot of good stuff about the Bugeras, man. Despite fucking. Some of the stuff that you see online about them catching on fire and blowing up and shit like that.
You know what? That's fucking cool. That's part of the show.
Right.
Right?
Dan packed his with fireworks in case that happened.
I don't know how much they are they producing that kind of stuff anymore? I don't even know, but
fireworks?
I have that British Bite head, and it is just beautiful. I mean, there's some awesome crunch out of that thing, so I know I won't get rid of it.
Solid state or tube, Dan?
No, it's tube.
Yeah, I was checking them out online for a while, man, and like trying to find a used fucking version of one for cheap, because a lot of times you see them, but they go so quick, and like
I know,
dude, so much stuff is really holding its value now. Like really, really holding its value, even after 3, 4, 5 years. Like even like consumer grade stuff, Korg stuff, Akai stuff. that stuff's like really, it's really seems to be holding its value. I've got some I still have my Tascam 4-track, Dan. Did I tell you I got it fixed?
No, nice.
Yeah, it was, like that stuff. I could probably, that would be fun, man.
That'd be awesome.
I should do that.
Fuck yeah, man. Fucking Tascam.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, I mean, that was the thing that really started my interest in like mixing. And Dan and I had like just whatever. We had shitty, pedals and effects, but he had a really cool. What was the name? What brand was that 4-track? I loved his 4-track because I had my like Tascam, and I'm all cool. And then you go to Dan's house, and he's got this fucking audiophile like rack mount 4-track with a
I can't even remember front plate. What the hell? Who made that thing? I can't even remember. That thing was cool as hell, though.
It was a really, really, it was like, that's when I realized that was the first time that I learned about like boutique brands.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because it was like, because I had never seen, like, everybody had like the Tascam, and I forget what the other one was. There were 2 different 4-tracks that everybody had. Fostex, yes. And we're talking about like early to mid 90s.
Yeah.
Those were the kind of go-to things. But that, like, even those, like, you could sell your Fostex for more than you bought it for then.
Yeah.
What?
That still happens.
It's a cassette deck.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy what stuff goes for nowadays too, man. Like a lot of that old stuff. You're right. A lot of it does hold value, man. Like I was looking up, trying to look up some of the old equipment and stuff that I used when I was a kid, and just thinking about like grabbing it just for the hell of it, just to have it, just for nostalgia value. And I'm like, fuck, man, it costs just about as much as I paid for it back then.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah,
man, all the guitars I got rid of that I wish I still had.
Oh, really? Which one do you regret getting rid of the most?
Oh my God. Probably a few of the Washburns that I had, like back when they were pretty decent guitars, even inexpensive, but they were still decent guitars.
Yeah, I agree. I had a Washburn bass. That was the cerebral bass stuff. Was a Washburn.
But I had like a Washburn Explorer too, and that was like a really nice guitar. I wish I still.
Oh, I remember that. Was that one white?
Yes, it was.
Yes, it was. And you had a Black Jackson, was it? Like a Jackson Strat?
Yeah.
Signed by Grover. Zach? Signed by Grover himself. Hell yeah.
It was.
But Grover from Sesame Street. Which was crazy. Dan was at a taping of Sesame Street with his guitar.
But I wasn't smoking weed.
No, because then Dr. Teeth would have been joining you.
Yeah, those Grover fucking tuners definitely do make a difference, man.
Do they?
Yeah, I think they do, man.
Can you explain locking tuners to me? I don't get locking tuners.
No, I can't explain like the scientific fucking shit behind it, but I know.
Well, how does it lock the string? How is the string locked?
I don't know. I've always wondered that.
It's angels. Can
we get Bill Nye on the line?
Yeah, exactly. Bill Nye, the guitar guy.
Right now, my favorite guitar that I have is a LTD, but it does not have Grover tuners on it. It's just whatever ASP put on there. I don't know.
But why do you like that guitar? What features of that guitar? Because I was actually looking at an LTD.
Oh
Les
my
Paul.
God!
I really like those.
It's a Les Paul. It's purple, fucking transparent, but
Ooh.
Beyond the beauty of it, I mean, the sound, the feel, it's just perfect, man. Like every note that I play on it, it sounds the way that I feel like I want it to sound. Like when I don't feel afraid to move my fingers to certain places and feel like, oh shit, like that might not work. Like on some of my older fucking guitars that I have, like you have to be a little bit worrisome about like what you're doing. With this thing, it's just, I don't know, man. Just everything you do on it, it just sounds the way that
it's butter.
Yeah, exactly.
It is probably. The LTDs play really nice. They're nice guitars.
Yeah.
Well, they've finally figured out how to make, assembly line manufactured guitars that are within tolerances.
Yeah.
They're not just making it out of old recycled, pallets or something and selling them at at Amazon.
Yeah. They
spray painted.
They definitely must have some severely strict fucking quality control going on, as far as I know.
About time somebody does.
I don't know. I'm sure somebody out there is pissed off and has something that they're mad about.
It's not really the brand. It's not the brand so much as what you can. Paying more for a guitar pays for somebody to take every single guitar out of the crate and set it up and then put it back in before they send it to Sam Ash or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That's that pay. That's another. I don't know, what is it? How much is a half an hour of a guitar tech's time?
Yeah, and that's another thing. I bought this from Guitar Center, so it was already set up there at the shop. So I think what a lot of people run into when they're ordering online, it's getting shipped from warehouses to warehouses and
right.
Going through the mail and everything, and it's a piece of wood, it's going to go through changes. Yeah. If you don't know how to set your intonation and do all that kind of stuff when you get it, you might be pissed off because it's after going through all that kind of different stuff, it could change. But I definitely recommend, if you can, go to a store and play it first and just
for sure.
Make sure that, because then you have somebody there that can make sure that it's all, the way that it's supposed to be.
Yeah, exactly.
You're in Tennessee, you got to have some good shops out by you.
Yeah. Well, Guitar Center, man, fucking. That's the place to go.
How is your Guitar Center relatively well staffed?
Yeah, they're pretty well staffed.
Yeah, the one here in Hollywood, man, it is they need more people there because the place is just I was checking out some guitars and you got to wait for the guy to get the cable, and I would set my cable down and literally just get up from my seat to hang a guitar on the wall, and by the time I picked up a guitar and turned back around, somebody had snaked my fucking cable, and I'm like, dude, I'm not done. I'm like, do you want? We're going to start throwing hands over a cable in Guitar Center. Why would you do this?
Did you see that? Did you see that video that was posted not long ago? Somebody was some dude fucking got crazy in a Guitar Center and they kicked him out. They threw him out, and I guess while they were trying, the dudes that worked there fucking tackled the guy and fucking got him down on the ground.
What?
And he grabs a guitar and is trying to hit the guy with the guitar. They're like, fuck no, and they throw his ass out. It's fucking hilarious, man.
Oh my God.
At that point it's personal because I'm sure Guitar Center's policy is do not punch customers.
Oh hell no, man.
So at that point they're doing it for fun.
Yeah.
Oh no, fuck you.
Well, he was being an asshole. I mean, he was fucking definitely fucking off.
Is this on YouTube? Because I definitely got to see that.
Yeah. I'll have to find it after and try to send you the link, man. It was fucking.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Hey Zach, do you like horror movies?
Yes, I do.
HORROR, not WHORE.
Yeah.
Dan, do you like horror movies?
How do you spell
that? Yeah.
Most
so
of my songs are about horror movies. HORR.
Horror.
Yeah.
Well, go elaborate. Because some of this stuff, it comes with the lyrics come with the song. So even this is, and ladies and gentlemen, this is another first. I've never had the lyrics read to me.
You don't need them, man. Nobody does. Let people make what they want.
Why not?
I'll tell you this much. It's all the stuff is basically written about either 80s horror, classic Universal black and white horror, or Hammer horror. And if it's not written about horror, it's written about a serial killer.
What's your favorite horror movies?
My favorite stuff really is the old black and white Universal stuff, like Frankenstein and Dracula and that kind of stuff. And then you get into the Hammer movies with Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee. I love
Peter Cushing, dude.
Yep.
Yeah,
good stuff. Good stuff. Man, they created some atmosphere in those movies. Awesome.
Yes,
I mean, there's so much to write about. There's so much shit to write about.
And there was like no CGI or anything, like barely any special effects. Like it's just they had to fucking
always
act.
Blew me away. Rubber, like prosthetics and like that stuff has always just blown me away. The creativity, and it's like, how do we make it look like someone's head got blown off? Well, we'll use a shotgun and a watermelon with a face on it. Like what?
There'll never be any horror again like 80s horror. 80s horror is the shit, man.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Well, I mean, basically, anybody who drinks or fucks gets killed.
Pretty much.
Every time, man. Every time.
Yeah.
One of my favorite 80s horror movies, definitely, I think Pumpkinhead, man. That's always one of the ones.
Oh, that was a good one, man. Yeah.
It's just, absolutely.
It's just fucking nuts, man. Like, those fucking, those people, man, like, that witch and shit, like, all the other stuff, like, not actually the monster itself, but, like, all the other stuff around it was just crazy, man.
That's good stuff. That's a fun movie.
I like me some Evil Dead.
Hell yeah.
I like me, I'm kind of I'm more of a trauma guy, I used to love splatter stuff, like, until I got older, and I was like, holy fuck, that would really suck if this guy, like, hacked me to death with a machete.
What makes you like trauma? Like, what do you like about trauma?
It's just so stupid and low budget, it's got it's got the special effects that they got to kind of hide with lighting, and I don't know, they're doing the best they can with what they got, which is what I think we should all do.
Evil Dead 2 was actually really creepy, even though it was incredible. Like, still a comedy, but like there was parts in there.
Yeah, it was campy, really, but very good. Yeah. I thought they rode the line.
Like that part whenever he's fucking sitting in there and everything starts laughing at him, like the lampshade and the fucking the deer on the wall, and he starts laughing too, but then it like turns into screaming and he's just like freaking out. I was like, dude, that is such a fucking good part.
I have a friend who writes horror stuff, and like, I'm kind of scared. He's super nice. He's a really nice guy, but you got to kind of be afraid to be around the guy because he comes up with some really twisted ideas.
So do you, man.
So do a lot of metal bands, right?
Right. Right. Exactly.
I was talking about, he's like, metal bands are so fucking serious. Everyone's serious. Like, half the fun is like, how serious can you be?
Yeah. I had the drummer from Cannibal Corpse on the show not too long ago, and he's such a normal fucking sounding dude. Like, he's so like down to earth, but like when you think about it, when you listen back to some of those records, and it's like, whoa.
Well, he sells candles during the day.
Yeah. How the fuck do they come up with this shit, man? But then they're just like regular people, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, you just got to keep reading. You got to keep reading and keep like exploring the universe. There are just so many different places and ways of life and monuments and public works of art and little tiny works of art around the entire planet. I'm not going to say around the entire disk because the Earth is not flat. I'm not going there.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, wait, Dan, you are not a flat earther now, are you?
I really have nothing to say about this.
Oh my God!
No, dude.
He's on the fence.
No.
Hey, I got a question from the listeners in the chat room. Somebody, Lady Red, wants to know, what do you guys prefer, bloodbaths or showers? It's very important.
Or blood shower. Wait, bloodbaths or blood showers?
Yeah.
Oh God, Dan.
I like a blood sprinkler. I like to run through a blood sprinkler.
Like that one, like the
Nice
rain bird.
sound effect.
Thank you.
On the fly, that was pretty good, man.
Thank you. Woo! I am, and you guys got to. I don't know if you've heard about the Wim Hof breathing method, but he's all about taking ice baths. So I prefer ice baths of blood. You know, like
a Bloody Mary ice bath. Nice.
Yeah, sure. Oh well, sure. Except I'm in the blood and I'm drinking vodka.
All right.
Hell yeah, with hot sauce.
There you have it.
Oh, dude, hot sauce. I started making hot sauce. Everybody should make hot sauce. It's so easy and so fun.
Everybody does.
Do you make hot sauce, Dan?
No.
We are actually going to attempt to this year. We grew a bunch of ghost peppers last year. We got them in the kitchen right now.
Wow, you got them to grow? Ghost peppers are such pussies, man. Every time I try to grow them, they die. Scorpions grow out here, but ghosts just croak.
Dude, we had a fucking shitload of them grow, man. We also grew a Carolina Reaper, but that one only grew one fucking pepper, and I ate that motherfucker and almost died.
Woo!
It was badass.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but you feel better for having done it, don't you?
Well, I don't know. Yeah, kind of, I guess.
It's like a thing to try. It didn't kill you. It was mildly uncomfortable for about 15 minutes.
Yeah, it was. My wife was like, why don't you do this? We can do it on video and we'll post it on fucking social media and stuff.
That's
and
good.
I was like, okay, we'll do it. And I did it, and I ate it, and it at first it did taste good for like about it tastes like a red pepper, right? 5 seconds. It tasted like some berries or some shit. But then all of a sudden, it just starts burning out into insane levels. But then once it goes down...
Did you feel a pinch in the back of the tongue? Did you feel it like, for me, it was like all the way in the back, like, the part of your neck that like twinges when you're about to puke?
No.
It was like that part goes like, wait, you've never puked?
Yeah. But it didn't do that. Like, the worst part about it for me was actually a few hours later when it hit my fucking stomach and my guts and stuff, when it started breaking down. Then I was like, holy shit, what the fuck is this? Like, it's just like,
wow.
You feel like there's an atomic bomb going off in your stomach, and it's like, you can't stop it, man. Like, just...
All right, well, hold on. Have you ever actually had an atomic bomb go off in your stomach?
Yeah, he did.
So you don't know. You don't know.
Hypothetically speaking, I mean.
All right.
Yeah, it was pretty brutal, man. But like coming out on the way out, nothing. No worries.
Yeah, easy peasy, nothing.
Yeah, everybody was telling me like, just wait,
fresh
man.
Fresh as a daisy. You could eat off your butthole.
Yeah, it wasn't nothing, man. I ate some yogurt, took some Tums, and evened it out, man.
What's your favorite yogurt?
Really? That's like so not metal.
I don't even know, man.
Well, what is metal? You know what? I am all for a more inclusive metal, goddammit.
All right, okay.
There was some kind of yogurt that was keto yogurt that my wife bought that was in the fridge. That's what I ate. I think it was coconut flavored.
Oh, I love coconut yogurt. Oh, it's so good.
There you go, dude.
Hey, we have to keep up our muscle and bone health, man. Do you want to catch some kind of weird old person disease?
Exactly.
No, I keep that shit away with like hot Cheetos and stuff.
Ooh, yeah, solid. You got to make Dan makes an amazing hot Cheeto stuffed chicken.
Do I?
Oh my God, that one! It's incredible. It's incredible. There was one time it was at Dan's family picnic. Everybody was supposed to bring a dish.
It just sounds so.
Everybody
Dan's family picnic.
It was your family picnic, and it's Dan's family picnic. I know it sounds weird, but don't you have a family picnic?
That's where I get my ideas for like lyrics about serial killers and stuff.
Family picnic.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Speaking of killers, what about that? Who's the guy that just killed his wife and son? He's in jail now.
The Murdoch thing?
Yeah. What the? Wow.
Yeah, that's a crazy.
Wow.
Story. That's a song waiting to happen right there.
Oh my God, yeah. You know what? I want everybody to know. I love our song Murdaugh. The next.
I don't think we'll call it.
You guys are into.
It'll be something a little more clever, but it's going to be. I just don't want to tell you yet. It's a secret.
We gave it away now.
You guys are into serial killers, man. Have you checked out last podcast on the left?
I have not.
I haven't either.
Holy
I probably
shit,
should, though.
Man. Yeah, dude. Yeah, check that out, man. They fucking break down some fucking. They go in detail about all those motherfuckers and.
Oh well, do you know the band Macabre?
Yes.
Oh my God, those guys are the best. They're so funny and their songs are so clever. And how about Dennis the Menace on drums?
He's pretty awesome. Now, this last podcast on the left, is it like how many people do it?
I think it's like 3 or 4 dudes, man, and they go to town, man. Like, one of them's a comedian, and the other one's like a researcher, and then, they go into serious detail about some of these people and dig up all their information. And like, what's cool about them though is like they don't just talk about what you see on the biographies and stuff like on Netflix and shit like that. Like, you actually get an inside view on their childhood and everything that they went through to bring them to that point. And it's pretty interesting, man. Like, it's pretty interesting stuff if you're into that thing.
I don't know how I haven't checked that out yet. I'm going to have to look into that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that sounds great.
For sure.
That's my thing.
Well,
I mean,
the study of it. The study, yeah. Yeah, it's weird when anybody just goes so errant. It's really horrifying and unfortunately true.
Hell yeah. All right, well, guys, I'm about out of questions, and we need to get some
we're about out of answers.
Tunes for you motherfuckers, man.
Dave, I don't think you'd ever be out of answers, man. I really don't. But yeah.
And if I was, I'd make some up.
Let's get back to the music. And speaking of serial killers, is that what you're going to play next? What are you playing next? I Am God?
Yes.
There you go. Serial killer.
This song creeps me the hell out, man. This song's so creepy. And Dan, you are twisted and wrong.
It was a dark day, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well,
thank you, Zach.
Dude, thank you guys, man. Thank you guys for taking the time to talk to us, man.
Absolutely. It was cool being on.
Great time.
Before I let you go, can I get you to make us a station tag?
Oh, this is Dave.
And this is Dan. From Scum
Giant. And you're listening to Metal Devastation Radio. What else could you possibly be listening to? Dan, what could you listen to?
Scum Giant.
Yes.
That's fucking awesome, man. I didn't even have to prompt you guys, man. You already knew.
Thanks.
Fucking awesome, dude. Pros, man. All right, man.
All right, thanks, Zach. Appreciate it.
Hey, thank you guys for taking the time to talk to us. And
thanks, Home Slice. Have a great rest of your Friday. We love everyone who listened. If you listen to us, we love you.
And go to Bandcamp and buy this motherfucking band's fucking shit right the fuck now.
Yes. Thanks, Zach.
All right, man. We'll talk to you guys later.
All right, thanks.
Guys.
Cheers.